there's no CGI Chadwick Boseman. They didn't CGI his face.
Ooh.
So is he just in the suit or what?
Archival footage,
Oh, okay.
flashbacks and such. I was like, phew. Please don't make like PS3 looking
Oh, no.
Chadwick Boseman say, now you are the Black Panther, Shuri.
Yay.
You should know better, we've been through simple weather. Battle, 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 come on and take out your toys.
Hey, it's the Rebel Taxi Almost Thanksgiving Pizza Party Podcast. Who are you? I'm Pan Pizza.
So I'm Daft Pina. Oh, you're Pan Pizza?
Yeah, just wanted to make sure.
Okay, so you're Pan.
Wait, then who's Daft?
I think you're Daft and I'm Jake. Clearly.
Yes.
All right, I'm Daft Pina. I make videos about art. People? Question mark?
You know FNAF? I basically created it.
Whoa.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Funkin'.
Wow.
Friday-wise.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Jake Neutron.
5 Nights at Fuck Boys. That's where I want to go.
Oh yeah, how'd you celebrate your Femboy Friday, Pan?
Ah! Oh, I don't know. I didn't go anywhere. I do just buy a bunch of whatever Skeleanimal hoodies that have bat wings on them and then wear that. You know, I got bat wings everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, luckily in our area, Jake, because we live in Yule, Texas. It's like finally cold after all these years.
Yay.
Oh,
this
finally?
Yeah,
Is this like the winter is activated
Yes.
right before December?
this reminds me like someone was showing me photos of where they live up in Chicago, and yeah, they showed me how like the trees are orange, and it's like, what the fuck? Your trees are actually orange? They ain't orange over here at all. That's just like movie shit.
Well, don't you remember that Family Guy episode? Where all the people came to Quahog to see the leaves change, the leafers?
Ah, I could have been one of those leafers, yes.
But you went to Chicago too early.
Nah, yeah.
See, I live in Florida, so like we don't usually see that stuff, at least for like there's like a 5-month delay. I think like somewhere in January I'll start seeing leaves changing and falling.
Is there any state near you that like gets snow or snow adjacent stuff like Alabama?
Georgia?
Does Georgia do that?
When I was up in Georgia, I saw it snow twice.
Okay, so I guess Georgia's a pretty snowy state.
Like it was light snow, but it was funny to like go to sleep and wake up and everything outside was white. I was like, ah!
Oh, yeah.
The textures, they unloaded.
Yeah, only sometimes does it snow where I live, like once every like 10 years or so. It's all it needs.
So thanks to global cooling and warming, both of them working
Yeah.
together, you'll see some snow soon.
Cool. The rare snow occasion, yeah.
Can you imagine
That happens.
Snowcation.
if Momocon was rather not in May, but rather in like November, December?
Winter Momocon. Well,
They have like a Winterfest thing, don't they?
I mean, it wouldn't be so bad because everything's indoors. Like, our hotel's just connected to the Momocon itself.
Yeah, but we had trouble even when there was just rain outside.
True. We brought umbrellas, but when we went outside, we didn't bring the umbrellas.
Yeah, we didn't look too closely. Well, the weather said it would kind of rain,
Yeah.
but not really, and then it poured.
I only remember it raining the first day.
That's where we were the first day.
Or like I was like looking for folks, and a friend was with me, and they were like, "Hold on, I left the pass in the room. I'm gonna go back and get it." So I was kind of like sitting there waiting for him to come back, and then the group I was gonna meet, and then it started raining, and then someone asked me for like money so that they could take a bus home.
Aw,
I gave them the money.
okay.
Yeah,
I should be like, no, they're still in Georgia.
and then like an hour later they asked for more.
They asked for more.
But like an hour later they asked for more, and I was like, I can't give you more.
It's like, did you already leave and come back with the bus money?
It's not like they asked for a small amount. They like asked for like $50 or $60. I was like, yeah, sure.
How far is this bus ride?
I think they needed to take like a bus ride. What they said was that they got like abandoned by their friends there, and they had taken like some trip from I don't know where. It sounded out of state. And they're like, oh, I just need like 50, 60 for the bus fare or something. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I mean,
I don't think bus fares that much. In Dallas, it's like $5, $6.
I don't remember.
Must be a fancy ass bus.
All I know is I gave him $50, and I was kind of sitting there like, well, if he's lying, it's not like I don't mind giving him $50.
But you would have been lied to. You would have been bamboozled. You would have been tomfooled in this situation, my friend.
Yeah, but it sounds like he probably needed it. And then like he asked for more, and I just ignored, and he like pinged me 3 times on Cash App. That's
Oh,
how I was like,
man.
okay,
You should have sent him 1 cent. 1 cent taxed.
nah.
That's stalker behavior, you know. When you're desperate to talk to someone, you'll just send them 1 cent and say, "Hey, what is up?"
Oh, it wasn't a bus fare. It was for an Uber.
Oh, no, you know what? $50 for an Uber. That makes sense. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes more sense.
Maybe got one of those. They have tiers, and I saw a tier recently where it's like a bike.
Mm.
You can just get a bike, and it's like,
What? Do I got to ride behind someone or what? Like,
nope. You just use the Uber app, and you can get an electric bike.
so someone just like
Oh yeah.
shows up, throws a bike your way. He's like, "Here, you ride it. I don't give a shit," and they just drive off.
No, because like
No, it's like a GPS.
I remember in that area they had like those rentable like scooters and bikes. I never got to use any of them because every time I was like, I need it. That's the one thing I need to do before like we leave. I never used them.
You would have so looked like the tourist, and you would have been beat up immediately.
I'm still not sure how the bike works. Like, do they just?
I mean, the people there are using it too.
Oh, you scan a barcode or something, and it connects to your app to verify how long you get to use the bike for.
Are they just like those bikes just dumped across the streets?
Yeah, all of them.
Like the scooters?
Usually you're usually supposed to like take them to the station because they have their own stations that are like everywhere.
Fuck that station. Toss those into the river.
It's like those rent-a-car things where it's like, come get your car. It's like, I'm at the airport. It's your car. It's not mine.
Man,
Come
takes
get it.
effort. Don't want that shit.
And it's like, is it all in one piece? I guess you'll find out soon. Hee hee, I'm on my flight back home.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll be at Momocon next year, 2023. All three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, MofoCon. Cool.
It's
It's gonna
Momocon
be
Part
fun.
2 for me.
Same. I haven't been to Momocon since this year.
Yeah, that's how it happens. It's usually a yearly thing, you dingus.
But that was my first time coming this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
And
first
going.
one ever because I was supposed to go to the previous one and then COVID happened.
Oh no.
With COVID, I didn't go to any of the VidCons, but they kept pushing it back. And then what was it? They made a Discord server for VidCon to like go call your favorites creators. And it's like, I'm not, all the people I want to talk to I already know.
Yeah, I know
Oh
who
my
they
God.
are.
VidCon in the metaverse.
Oh yeah, metaverse.
If they did a VR chat VidCon, that'd be more interesting.
Yeah.
Probably would be more interesting.
Because it's like, well, for one thing, it would be expensive because obviously everyone has a headset.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people got headsets, during the pandemic. I did. Did you get one?
A little more common than you think.
Pan. I remember showing you
I watched a clown die once.
the what?
What? Oh no, I don't know. I was like, damn. I just wanted to bring up the fact that Robert Pattinson, the voice of the
The voice of Batman? And
no,
also
the
body of
actor,
Batman?
the actor for Batman, the Batman, and Edward from Twilight. He saw a clown die once. True story. There's articles on it.
I don't believe him because he just kind of makes up things and tells people in interviews.
No, this is a true story. That when Robert Pattinson was a kid, he was at the circus and one of the clown cars caught fire, and there was a clown just like everyone was evacuating, but he looked back and saw one of the clowns was still inside the clown car burning alive.
Oh no.
You know what?
It was
Maybe
dark.
that inspired him to become Batman.
Yeah, it's all making sense now.
But his Batman won't encounter a Joker. They did have a Joker in the post-credits scene.
Yeah, was that who that guy was in the asylum? The
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum? Yay. The Joker.
They filmed the scene in a way where you couldn't really see the face
Mm-hmm.
because it's not his story. Like, I guess someone else already captured Joker, so maybe he's not
Yeah.
the baddest Joker out there.
He sucks ass. Well, look, the good thing is, like, if they don't show his face, so that next time they can just recast him if they feel like it.
But you know who was a great Batman that recently passed away?
Adam West.
He also passed away a few years ago.
No!
Wait, you're just finding out about now?
Yeah,
About
well,
Adam
no.
Adam West.
No. Nobody messes with Adam Wee.
I remember for Adam West, when he did voices on Family Guy, it took a couple years to actually do a Batman joke because he's like, please don't, I don't want to do any Batman jokes for a bit.
Yeah, I guess he wanted to be like, be his own character for a while.
And he was the mayor.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, before we get back to Kevin, the Simpsons interpretation of Adam West? Like, how they drew him and everything.
I mean,
Oh wow. Oh.
I don't know how to draw Adam West. Adam West, the 90s. I mean, I guess that's kind of him. Round head.
The toughest thing is, like, whenever in cartoons they have a guest star that's clearly a guest star, they're overly detailed.
Yeah.
Definitely in canon.
So trying to get so many of their facial details right, but sometimes they end up over character. Like, what's the word? Caricaturizing.
Yeah.
caricature. I think the
Caricature.
hardest thing is like not the hardest thing. The weirdest thing is when they reintroduce the character years later with like a slightly different design.
Mm.
I think they did that with it was an actor. He worked at the Quickie Mart for a role.
Oh, it was James Woods.
James Woods. They changed his look in Simpsons like twice, I believe.
Did they? Hang on, James Woods Simpsons. He was there twice.
Yeah, I could have sworn he looked
Simpsons.
different.
Yeah.
So that was the Simpsons Family Guy crossover.
You know, people
Nah, he-
change.
No,
so
he looks
their
roughly the
appearances-
same. That's just James Woods.
Then it must be a different celebrity.
No one knows how to draw. No one knows how to draw James Woods. Maybe you're thinking the bad guy in the Simpsons movie.
Maybe Russ Cargill.
Whatever the guy's name was. There's an early cut where the bad guy was a totally different art style.
Oh, the Arnold impersonator.
Oh yeah. So you know why? Okay, so in the Simpsons movie, if you notice, you have the Moe's Bar and the church, but there's a gag in there where Moe's Bar is labeled Moe's Bar because in the show it was just Moe's. You know why? Why there's Schwarzenegger? Because this movie was essentially made for people who've never watched The Simpsons before, so they had to like spell it out that this is Moe's Bar and Rainier Wolf Castle is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I do like the small details because they still like move around things whenever they want to tell a joke.
Yeah.
But in the movie, Moe's Bar is still directly next to King Toot's music store.
Yay.
So I guess that's like a staple.
Yeah.
But they've had episodes where the Simpsons house was like a block away from Moe's when Homer was recovering.
True. Like as a kid, I would just like draw maps of like the Springfield layout because I love all the video games. But they would always change where everything was, and I was like, this isn't accurate. I'm gonna watch the show and make an accurate map, and soon realize no, you can't make an accurate map of fucking Springfield. They change where all the buildings are every time.
Well, in this shot right here, where you see the church in the Simpsons movie, you don't see Moe's Bar anymore.
Oh well.
If you're looking on screen right now on this audio-only podcast, unless you're watching YouTube, you can see this epic movie mistake.
This is
Well,
just ruined everything.
you know, moving locations for the convenient plot.
So mad.
But circling back to Kevin Conroy,
No.
well, I liked him as a voice actor, Pan.
Yeah. Whoa, not what I meant.
You need to get more reactions.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm keep getting you.
I'm like a pull string, you know. I can only do so many things. So many. You know. Kevin Conroy, the voice of Captain Sunshine from Venture Brothers. So sad.
I didn't know how many versions of Batman he played because I looked him up and I was like, did he just play? Because I remember he played the animated series Batman.
He played all of them. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them.
He played like in what was it, the 12 or 13 DC animated films, the DCAU or whatever. Apparently he played some of them, but in, like The Brave and the Bold, he played Batman of Zur and Ra and Phantom Stranger. And I was like, what the hell is Zur and Ra? He's like a funky purple red Batman.
What the heck? He has like Magneto's color scheme.
And in the TV series Batwoman, he plays Earth 99 Bruce Wayne. And it's like, do they keep track of the Earths?
I mean, it's Batman. Bruce Wayne's Batman, you dingus, you know?
Well, no, like,
Why wouldn't he play
They gotta keep-
Bruce Wayne?
well, no, it's like Earth 99 or Earth 80 or Earth 102.
It's still Bruce Wayne.
Sometimes it's Thomas Wayne,
Whatever. Same thing.
which he did play in Batman vs. Robin, the direct-to-video, which is interesting.
Close enough, you know? It's like when like the original voice of Shaggy played Shaggy's dad in Scooby-Doo, whatchamacallit, Mystery Incorporated. Yeah, Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem,
Yeah, he was the voice of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. And then he got
a
mad.
classic voice. Yeah, because they made him not vegan anymore.
Yeah, and then they had an episode where they went to Carbombia. Population 10,000 humans, 5,000 camels. Classic Carbombia.
It was kind of weird when they went there because they didn't just make the character a meat eater. Like they forced him
Yeah.
to eat meat for the role to really quote get in character.
Yeah. They had him fly over there in a magic carpet and stuff. So that was a poor choice. I don't know what was going on with that stuff.
I wonder the first person who like came up with the idea of a flying carpet.
Who?
No, I'm just like asking about it. I'm wondering
Oh,
because that's like a staple of like Eastern
it's some
kind of mysticism and culture.
I mean, a carpet is like a floor, and you stand on the floor. But what if the floor just floated you somewhere? Wouldn't that be crazy?
What if they had that for like English, like 1800s English? It's like a chamber pot.
What if you
You sit on and you fly.
What if you had a flying futon?
A flying futon.
I love fighting futons. Yeah, it was like Pokemon, but with food. Fighting futons.
Yes, that is what I said.
Yeah,
I said
classic. They gotta
whatever you said instead of futon.
They gotta re-release that on an SD Blu-ray so I can have all the episodes in shit quality.
I always love those where it's like the Avatar full collection on Blu-ray, and it's like, is it 1080p? And they're like, it's Blu-ray. And it's like, well, is it
My
the resolution?
ass. Run that shit through the Waifu 2X. That'll help it. Hell yeah.
They had like,
How blue is this Blu-ray?
it is the bluiest, like that TV show, Blue's Clues.
Bluey. I love Bluey. Anyway.
Blew this.
But speaking of championships, Ash Ketchum finally won one.
Oh, what? Okay, how do I gotta catch up and watch every single episode or something?
Yeah, you know how when you watch football, you have to start with like the first season?
Yeah, oh, true. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you have to like start with that.
Oh, man, that's gonna take like 10,000 years. Oh, is this the end of the series? Is it over? Is Pokemon done? What's he gonna do?
Catch more Pokemon?
Y'all watch football in order?
What the
Yeah, you're supposed to.
fuck?
The lore actually translates over.
Football?
You ever read like a DC comic and it's like, you must read Batman number 102? It's like, I'm reading Batman 400. Where am I supposed to get that one?
That's Ash's team that he won with?
I guess.
Gengar's cool. Lusario's in Smash. There's the Dragon Knight.
Dragonite.
I don't know what the fuck's with the little bird with the sword or the
Yeah, it's
the
the
clam.
It's the bird with the sword.
It's not my.
I'm trying to remember what its name was because I had to record like a script for one about that.
I don't know about the clam guy with the big blue guy with the toenail on his head. I don't know what he is, but I don't think he's cool enough to be part of that team.
Yeah, that's why he's getting partially covered up by the league.
Yeah, the stupid bird with the with the sword.
I mean, clearly they all must be somewhat formidable.
Why didn't Ash catch the super gigantic Dragonite that was in that one episode from the first season? Remember that?
I think that was an animatronic.
No, that was actually, remember the episode of Bill's Lighthouse? They go to his lighthouse and say this is the biggest Pokemon of all time, which I don't know if that still holds up, but there's Whale Lord and possibly other Pokemon that are bigger.
Well, it could be the case where Ash, because I haven't seen the episode. You know how some people create Pokemon teams where they level up like 1 or 2 Pokemon
Yeah.
and just hope they don't die because the rest are like level 10?
Oh fuck yeah, that's my Disgaea team. Yeah.
So maybe the Gengar and like the clam-looking thing, they didn't really come out.
Oh.
They're just like, yeah,
Well,
you're just participants.
they're just bench warmers. Pokemon bench warmers. That's what they are. That's all they need.
A new series where it's like the leftover Pokemon that Ash doesn't use.
Oh yeah, they're just hanging out in the computer or wherever they hang out in Professor Oak's backyard. I think that's what he does. He has to take care of like 50 different Pokemon.
Oh,
The Pokemon Garden.
there was that time travel movie, the Sobri one, where they met like a young oak.
That's a
And, like,
spoiler.
The movie's been out since like 2004.
Yeah, Pokemon Forever. Yeah.
And the weird part is, he didn't tell Ash and friends that he met them when they were younger.
He doesn't remember.
Like, he just said he remembered. Like he.
Okay,
Oh, sorry,
well,
2002.
if you saw somebody now, okay, if you saw like a kid now and he vaguely looks like a kid you met when you were like 10 years old, are you gonna like say, yo, are you
No.
that guy I knew when I was 10?
No, Ash and friends went back in time when Oak was like also 10 or 8, and at the end of the film he says, "Oh, I have a feeling I know all about your adventures." With that one boy, and then he says the nickname, and they're like, "How does he know the nickname of the boy?" And Ash says, "He's a super smart professor. He must know everything." It's like, why didn't he just say, "Oh yeah, thanks for saving me when I was a
That'll
kid"?
probably mess the timeline up or something. You know, you don't want to risk it.
Yeah, you can't fuck with time like that.
Yeah.
They just did the entire movie.
Well,
But you can't fuck with it further.
Yeah, I guess
no,
so.
yeah. The less you do, the better. I don't know. All I remember from that movie is the bad guy was this idiot in the lamest short shorts ever. Villain. What was the guy's name? I don't know. It's like, okay, he didn't have He did have shorts and then tights under it. I don't know what this design was.
Like Superman kind of thing.
Look at this dork.
This design
It is amazing.
Oh
right there.
wow. Oh wow, he's amazing.
Yeah.
I kind of love
This
him.
fucking jack off. Why is he dressed like this?
Because like I swear that isn't there a Pokemon that like This is based off of a Pokemon design, isn't it? Because I swear there's a Pokemon that like looks just like this.
This is
Yeah,
my
I guess.
superhero, and I'm calling him Captain Xanax. Pop 2 a day.
Xanax.
Does he steal people's Xanax like a Hamburglar?
I don't- He's powered by Xanax. I don't know what Xanax is, but he takes them all. Gotta
Xanax
take,
is like a depressant.
gotta take them
Powered by
all.
Xanax.
Xanax. Yeah. So it gets depressed, or he's undepressed.
No, depressant just makes you less. It makes you less.
Oh man.
Like cocaine's an upper. This is a downer.
Oh man. Why would anyone take Xanax then?
What is his character's name?
Iron Mask Marauder. Hang on. Is there?
Iron Face.
That's what, according to the Bulbapedia, Iron
Mask
Mask
Marauder.
Marauder.
I mean, that's an accurate statement. You know, he's ironed, masked, and he's
Nah.
a marauder.
I'm calling him Captain Xanax. Why would anyone take
Wow, this
Xanax
is-
though?
This is a character.
Seriously.
To feel tired or like,
Why?
if you're like very afraid of airplanes, you can take some Xanax, I guess.
Lame. I want to be like, yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go.
I have a need to know what this character like sounds like because
Captain
I feel-
Xanax.
Whoa. I just came across an image of it.
Oh yeah.
He's on the
Is it one we can show?
I
He's on the quest to get all the Xanax he can because he's too
probably because
happy.
it's from the movie.
Oh, he's choking out that guy.
And this like Pokemon just watching it all happen.
Hell
If I
yeah.
could kind of fisheye lens.
What's going on here?
I don't know. He's trying to get his Xanax fix, and he's too happy right now.
But you know what kind of fix we
Where's
did
the
get recently?
Xanax?
Jake,
Oh,
Sonic Frontiers.
we did get Sonic Frontiers. Yeah, Sonic Frontiers. Let's go, Sonic Frontiers. Sweet, let's go.
Is it the best game ever?
No,
What? What the fuck?
but it's an above average Sonic game.
Above my ass.
It is
Sonic game.
definitely the most competent Sonic experience I've had since Generations, and Generations came out in 2011.
Yeah.
I thought it came out in 2010.
Close enough.
Nope, 2011.
You know what? It's
Because I remember because it came out the same year as Epic Mickey.
Oh, that makes sense.
Time to get sticky and epic Mickey.
But Sonic Frontiers.
Or it did it? Hold on.
Yeah, it was November 1st, 2011.
Okay.
When I was playing
I'm pretty sure Epic Mickey was 2011 too.
Sonic Frontiers, so I played on the PC. What did you play it on?
I played it on
Mhm.
the PS5 and then later bought it again for PC. I gotta say, the PC version is definitely better.
Oh, definitely. Probably because it can like handle more resources in your PC.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. On the PS5, like
Mm-hmm.
it runs fantastic in terms of like frame rate and responsiveness,
Mhm.
I guess.
Mhm.
But like it does not look like a PS5 game
Oh,
on the PS5.
yeah, that grass looks pretty lame.
Maybe it also was because my TV was like pretty far away from where I was sitting.
Yep.
But like I don't know, I was just looking at it and I wasn't like thinking, oh wow, this is visually impressive. And then I played it on the PC and I was like, wait, this looks really good.
Oh, wait, so the PS5
looks
version's
crisp.
bugged? Like lame? Nerfed?
I don't know. I do know that the PS5 version, there's way more graphical settings on the PC than there is on the PS5, which I
Damn.
guess makes sense. Like the game starts on 4K mode,
Mhm.
which has it running like I guess at 4K.
60 FPS? I don't see a reason it can't run at 60.
I don't really either, but it's running at 30 FPS, I think, at 4K resolution.
30
But you can
FPS?
switch it to it's not running at 60 on 4K.
Jesus Christ.
But when you can switch it to 60 FPS and it looks way better at 60 FPS. And then I turned off motion blur too.
Well, this isn't even a graphically intensive game. The PS5 should be able to handle this.
That's what I be thinking, but it does have a lot of pop in. I don't know if Frontiers is really handling resources very well.
I think it's understandable, considering that there's only 60 people who worked on this game. And so they have to port it to the lowest common denominator, the fucking Switch. And so the game has to be very small.
Oh.
Assuming on the PC, it's 20 gigs, like 20, maybe 20.46 or something. And I'm guessing that's all around.
About the size on the PS5. Yeah.
So I guess they have to make sure the game runs on the Switch, which brings everything else down.
Doe.
I wonder what it's like for Switch users. I remember my friend Samilio he bought it on the Switch first.
Oh, God.
And it didn't sound like he was he said he sounded like he was regretting it. And when he got it on the PC, he was like, no, this is way better.
Even docked? Does it still run badly on the Switch?
I don't know. I'd have to ask him further. It sounded like he kind of stopped playing it on the Switch and continued it further on the PC.
Good God. I wonder how it's faring
Oh, yeah.
on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Damn, I gotta look up some graphic comparisons.
That's what I want to wonder.
Sonic.
I'm sure it's like
I can't imagine it can't be running. I can't imagine it's running bad on PS4. It looks like it's for the PS4.
Oh.
So with my PC build, I have a 3090, 64 gigs of RAM, i9, 900K. Pretty cool stuff. And I have all my graphics settings turned up high because it's a Sonic game, and I still see color banding on Sonic's model, like shadows and everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think that should be there. But it's not like game breaking. I'm not like nitpicking.
Even though it's not matching like my expectations for other like high grade AAA games that are on these consoles and such. For a Sonic game, it still looks good and it still plays good. I think like I feel like Sonic Frontiers is a game that's like you could tell that this is their last ditch effort to try and finally show people that like no wait, please don't leave us. We do care about Sonic. We will make sure that he still like is good, because this is like the most, I feel like this is the most like genuine of a title for Sonic in a while. The way that the characters are written, the amount of stuff that they are letting you do throughout the game. It's a full campaign experience. This isn't like Forces where it's like they're phoning everything in and everything is a broken mess. There are things broken, but I could like finish Frontiers and be like, yeah, no, there was definitely points in this game where I was having a fuck ton of fun. And I feel like that's most of the opinions that I've heard too.
And even the director, Morio Kishimoto, so this is a misnomer. People were saying, oh, they're wanting to repatch the game to refix everything. He's asking, saying like, oh, this is a beta game. It's not the finished game. But the actual translation to his tweet was saying, we would love to hear people's feedback to make the next Sonic game even better. Like, he never said this was a beta game. He just said it was like probably a mistranslation.
Wait, is that what people got from that?
Yeah, some people said, oh, this is actually just a beta game. I think the similarity would be like GTA 4, which was more of a tech demo, but that's still a good game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like, Frontiers definitely is like, I think it does need some patching, but like, this was definitely like, this is a product where you could tell like they did reach a point where, yeah, this is like medium viable product. People will still enjoy this. Because I can tell that there's a ton of stuff that might have been cut still. Like, because when I got the PC version, I started trying to learn how to mod it, and that I ended up diving into some of the audio files, and there's a ton of cut dialogue because there's like 700 and something.
Oh wow.
And I was hearing a bunch of audio files in like dialogue that Sonic says or other people say that I do not hear in the game. I've played the game like.
Do you think it's like a DLC thing that's coming out soon?
I don't know, because it was the kind of stuff where like because those Coco things that Sonic collects in the game, right? There's dialogue of him finding them and interacting with them, like, hey little guy, what are you doing down there? Or that's a weird looking Coco. Or hey little guy, come here. Like he's like interacting with them. He's talking about them. He's saying that they're cute. That he's trying to help them get home. I didn't hear any of that in the game at all.
Well, have you 100%ed the game?
But it's in the game. I like 100% of the maps. I got all the memories, everything.
So which difficulty did you play it on?
I played it on normal, but I don't think switching it to hard would suddenly make Sonic more talkative.
Maybe not,
I think
but maybe it's replayability.
I'm thinking it's more of a situation where like they had all these dialogue ready, but they didn't have time to set the triggers for all of them, because Sonic's not the only character that some of this kind of dialogue happens for, where like characters are saying things referring to something that does happen in the game, but there's no audio trigger for it.
I wonder if they just kind of left it in. Like, I wonder how many gigabytes. It's probably megabytes since it's just audio files. Do you think like 400 megabytes, 500 megabytes?
Probably.
Audio files?
It couldn't have been that large, because I remember converting most of these into WAVs, and it didn't take forever. It happened pretty quickly. So
Maybe they're like
I'm imagining that at max, I can't imagine all the dialogue being more than like half a gigabyte or something.
maybe they're like load-bearing audio files.
Like some of them was barely
Like if you take out the audio files, it just breaks the game for some reason, and they're like, please just keep it in, it's fine.
Probably.
It's only 20 gigs. It's only 20 gigs.
Maybe. I'm still of the mind that it's just they ran out of time. And I mean, playing the ending of the game, and I think I forgot who I heard this from, so someone's gonna have to check the source, but there's like a ton of cut stuff from the not the second island, the fourth island. There's a ton of cut stuff from that too. So I'm hoping maybe eventually they might patch some of the easy stuff in, like the voice lines, because I think there's lines in there that are really cute, and then especially like there's cut dialogue of Sonic. I think Sonic was apparently supposed to like start getting amnesia at some point in the game. There's audio of him like forgetting his own name and such, and I think I know where that happens, but like it's just not in the game. It's just not.
Well, the game, what was it? It was 5 years after Sonic Forces, so we're not sure how many years they were working on the game, so they probably changed the story. But remember what else had to change story?
What?
Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Oh shit, that's out. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I saw it on Thursday with my best friend. It's a long movie.
Was it good?
It's 2 hour. Before we get into that, it's 2 hours and 41 minutes.
2
Oh, wow.
hours and 41
long,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
They had to set up Shuri's story because T'Challa's dead. That's kind of assumed because the actor also passed away.
Dope.
But they also have to show off Namor, all of his stuff.
Yeah.
They have to show.
Is it a spoiler how he dies in how T'Challa dies in like the universe, or?
I mean, it happens within the first 30 seconds of the movie,
Oh no!
so I can mention it. If we're gonna put a spoiler warning
For the first 30 seconds
Spoiler
of the
warning.
movie?
for the first 30 seconds of the movie, because in the first Black Panther movie, Killmonger destroys all the flowers. It turns out the flowers eat you alive or something. And so the only way for T'Challa to live is if like they synthesized a fake flower to bring him back, but sure he couldn't, and then T'Challa dies. And thankfully,
Oh dang.
there's no CGI Chadwick Boseman. They didn't CGI his face.
Ooh.
So is he just in the suit or what?
Archival footage,
Oh, okay.
flashbacks and such. I was like, phew. Please don't make like PS3 looking
Oh, no.
Chadwick Boseman say, "Now you are the Black Panther, Shuri."
Yay.
Probably be further along with like that CGI. It probably wouldn't look that bad if they were using it for like something really not super crazy.
I sometimes see videos online. Like I was showing one yesterday to Pan, and like sometimes these look like tech demos for Unreal Engine 5. Like that body cam game in like that empty room. You're shooting a bunch of bad guys.
Yeah.
It looks too real.
This looks too real.
Nintendo hired this man.
So that's all the Black Panther talk for this week since you two didn't watch it yet.
No.
Wait. I do want to briefly bring up that like I remember seeing trending on Twitter in relation to the movie coming out. It was trending recast T'Challa, and I was like, oh boy.
Oh no.
I mean, like the Black Panther's a mantle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Green Lantern.
Yeah. I don't know why they would recast him. I'm sure we'll know in like 5 years how the original Black Panther 2 would have been, but at least it felt
Once the
natural.
NDAs are out.
Say it again.
So once the NDAs are out,
Not the NDAs, but more so when the stories are fleshed out more, and when they earn $1 billion at the box office, they're like, okay, so here's what we would have done.
Yeah.
Which, all right,
I still have not seen Doctor Strange 2 or Eternals
oh yeah,
or whatever came to theaters.
you don't have to watch Eternals, but Multiverse of Madness
Or Thor.
is a pretty good. I haven't seen the new Thor movie.
Multiverse of Madness is fun.
Multiverse of Sadness.
I always recommend watching stuff in IMAX.
Thor's ass,
Oh yeah, you get to see Thor's ass. in
What
the
are we, a
movie.
millionaire?
No,
maybe.
but it's like worth it.
Yeah, I saw Thor.
Thor's ass in IMAX. I need that.
Mhm.
I don't really care for IMAX. You know, it's the screen's somewhat bigger. You know, I saw Thor 3, whatever that was. What's the
Ragnarok.
one where he's Thor Ragnarok in IMAX? It was like, yeah, that was a good movie, but you know, I wasn't like, damn, IMAX really upped the ante.
You got a point. I mean, I went on. I'm pretty sure the last time I like saw a movie in theaters and was like
Mhm.
bouncing off the walls happy was the Bob's Burgers film, and that was like a regular screen.
Yeah.
There's nothing really like special happening to the film, just that movie on a big screen with a surround sound. I was like, yeah, let's go.
I think in like the re-upload of one of the music videos is if a song is taken from a movie, is it still a music video? Is that, or is it just like a
Good
music scene?
Question.
N-
I feel like it'd be more like a scene or a musical number. Musical number.
Musical
usually, yeah.
number.
Where they would crop in to make it 16:9, and it's like the animators drew more. I'm fine with black bars on my
The
PC.
Bob's Burgers movie is so funny because like there is actually a lot of issues with some motion in the movie, but you don't see it on the big screen. You don't start seeing it until you see it on a regular TV or computer screen, and you're like, oh, they're a little janky looking.
Wait, what's the issue?
And some of the music numbers, I noticed that there weren't as many frames as they needed.
No. Yeah.
And not in the kind of way where it's like, oh, stylistically they just have less.
Are you sure your TV doesn't have motion smoothing?
No, because I was looking at it on my phone, and I was like,
okay.
oh. And I think I haven't really like paid too much attention to the other like scenes like that. All I remember is the opening number. There are some instances where like they're dancing and there's a lot of dancing, a lot of characters doing it, and I'm like, oh, this looks good in unison, but sometimes these characters are like they need a little bit more easing. And I only say that because I've seen how the show handles dancing, and it's always usually looks so clean that seeing the movie deliberately take out frames, which I can only assume was just so they didn't have to like process as much, they didn't have to draw as many, they didn't have to
Well,
ink.
it was with rigs, yeah? Or was it hand drawn like every frame?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Bob's Burgers is a mixture. They use both rigging and hand drawn. Usually when they do dancing, it looks like it's hand drawn.
Well, while we figure out whether it's hand drawn or rigged, we're gonna take a quick break and answer some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys soon. In like less than 30 seconds.
We're always in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers! Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers! Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run.
Hey, questions. If anybody has a question, be sure to start it with the word question so it's easier to find and post them in the comments of this YouTube video or in the Q&A section of our Discord. And what's our first question?
It's Zephilion. Zephilion. That's a pretty cool name. Do you see websites like Newgrounds becoming more popular with artists moving away from Twitter, or do you think it might be come off as intimidating given Newgrounds' humor and content?
Well, I think now that Twitter and both DeviantArt fucked it up, everyone's just like, where do we go? And it seems like there's a resurgence of Newgrounds, because I think like maybe 6 years ago, if you were telling me people were going on Newgrounds, I'd be like, really? Newgrounds? Who even goes to that side no more, you know?
So for Newgrounds, they have a specific policy that says no AI art.
Yeah.
Just none.
Get that
Ever.
trash out of here.
But DeviantArt actually switched their policy. Originally, you had to opt out, and now you have to opt in.
Yeah.
used.
Yeah, like
You have to opt into what?
DeviantArt told everybody saying like, hey, by default, all your art can now be put into an AI that'll basically remix your art and make a new piece of art. Yeah.
That's so hilarious.
And the only way to turn that off is if you log into your old ass DeviantArt, assuming you're still alive to do that, and fill out a form, and then you have to wait a waiting period for them to approve your form.
I think it was like 10 days.
Approve it.
Yes.
So if you forgot, so here's a thing: if you want to delete your DeviantArt account, you have to delete your works first, because there's a chance that even if you delete your account, your works will still be there.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Great.
DeviantArt is really like, ooh. There's that's so suspicious, so opaque. Why would you need a submission like that to be reviewed? It should be as easy as, I don't want my art being used for AI learning, and it should be as easy as just opting out of that. Why would there need to be a period where someone approves?
Well, not even
that?
an opt-out. People dislike the opt-outs because, say, if you're dead, or someone you know's dead, or you forgot the password, they can't opt out, which means they're literally robbing the grave.
Yeah.
For art. But since they reversed that, and going back to the question, yeah, I mean, places like Mastodon and Poefort, people are going there, but I'm going to sink with the ship. I think Twitter is very funny right now.
I think what will determine I feel like what will determine the new powerhouse of that is whichever one will find itself the easiest to use. I've tried using Newgrounds.
Not Mastodon.
Not Mastodon. I tried using Newgrounds. Newgrounds is cool.
It's like the Linux of websites.
Although I do like it's a mixture of they kind of need to have this amount of detail, but also that amount of detail in terms of figuring out how to upload stuff, I found exhausting. I didn't like uploading to Newgrounds.
The UI for the website is a bit dated, but obviously that comes with server costs and how much traffic is coming to it and if they can afford changing it. So I get that. But the issue is Twitter is the last place where you can be funny with just text.
Yeah, comedy gold. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not. Well, I don't just use text. I use wacky reaction images. I always bust them out. I got a whole folder of reaction images.
But it's different from Instagram.
I know some people have been talking about switching to Tumblr too, and I revisited Tumblr, and I'm like, this is
Good one.
some of this is like comforting, but like on the other I'm still thinking about how like that whole no NSFW thing still is rubbing a lot of people the wrong way.
They have some NSFW.
Yeah.
It just has to be tasteful.
They allow nudity, but no fucking.
So you can stand there, bodies apart,
Yeah.
longingly looking at each other. But
Yeah, the way Tumblr works is just a little. It seems like it's generally the same as it used to be, which is probably also a problem because like the way that they organize notifications is awful.
Yeah.
when I think of Tumblr and visiting someone's page, it feels very closed off, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like when you go to someone's page, you're kind of just there,
Yeah.
and to get back to the regular Tumblr, you have to like really go back to get to there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I mean, look, Tumblr is like the last bastion of everyone altering their own HTML to do cool stuff, you know? No one else does that
Pretty
no
much,
more.
yeah.
I think if Twitter really wanted to sell Twitter Blue, side banners like old YouTube had,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
man. If they just made like customizing your page
Side banners,
that kind of level,
or do they have animated avatars?
I
Yeah.
don't.
I don't think so.
Twitter for a brief moment was testing it out and then gave up.
I know some people like Rubber Ross,
Mhm.
Rubber Ninja. He still has his animated GIF, but it's like so low resolution, and if he changes it, he can't
No.
reuse it. So it's like if you have an animated GIF, keep that shit.
He's trapped with that old art that's probably like, damn, my old art's awful. Why am I perpetually have to look at this, but it's a GIF and you can't upload GIFs no more. So there's only the last few people who use GIFs on there. Yeah.
So crazy. Like, without going on a tangent, I will say this really, really briefly. There are so many ways that they could like monetize Twitter and like encourage people to want to get Twitter Blue.
Yeah, GIF.
But for some reason they choose to center it around verification instead of every other way people like to customize their profiles. I don't get it.
If they had a subscription, well, they have a super follower. Refresh my memory. What does that do exactly?
It's kind of like the crowd. It's the same. It's the same as what YouTube memberships and Patreon are, except for Twitter. Like people pay and they can see like exclusive posts or whatever. But I mean, the energy around it is not great.
Maybe if that was implemented better and like visually easier, because like, is it the same tab as your tweets, or did they give you a brand new tab, like a secret cool super follower tab?
I think they give it its own tab. It'd probably be better also if they didn't label people who got super follows. I don't know why
they could.
they still are doing that.
Yeah, fucking simps.
Because then like people will super follow and they get made fun of for super following, and it's like, this is like bad.
Well, not only that, the Twitter Blue verified thing tells you specifically you verified with Blue. And the funny thing is, if you go to, let me double check, let me see. Oh, it changed it back. Originally on Elon Musk, when you clicked the blue icon, it said verified with Twitter Blue. And now it's back to the
Aw.
notable
fact
person.
that it was implemented so like messily.
And just, throw shit at the wall. Don't beta test it. Just, something's gonna stick. It doesn't matter if like the misinformation fucked over several asshole companies. It's fine.
The insulin thing was funny. I'm sorry.
Not only that,
Yeah.
because of what they did in Ireland, they have to rehire the people because there's literally not enough room to put the people with unemployment
Mm.
in that place. So he's getting sued by many different companies,
Dang.
by many different regions. I feel like it's gonna be like Tumblr,
Oh,
where Yahoo bought it originally and then sold it to someone else.
blew it.
That's what's gonna happen.
Oh wait, so Yahoo sold Tumblr?
I think, let me double check. Tumblr wiki. It was someone bought it first and then sold it to another person for like a lot less money. Yep, it was Yahoo. They sold it to Oath, and Oath sold it to Verizon Media, and Verizon Media sold it to Automatic.
So
This goddamn verified
sad.
tab.
Yeah, we're going back to
But speaking of other fuck ups,
Postofia.com. That's where we're going back to.
so we have this next question.
Huh.
I think you'll like this one.
Oh,
Gorgonzo question: with Zaslav constantly fucking up W Cartoon Network, any chance that we, the fans of the PPP podcast, the Pizza Party podcast, get to hear you guys trash talk roast Zaslav with his terrible treatments against animation with a year and a bashing of the constant fuck ups of the medium? Maybe throw in some bashing for his mistreatment of Discovery as well. Also, did you catch the Germa Sussy Among Us stream last night? I don't know about the Germa stuff, but it's not just Slaslav, it's Disney.
He's an asshole.
It's been a terrible year for a lot of animated shows and
Yeah.
creators wanting to work with these IPs and properties.
Yeah, it's like, damn, everything's fucked. You gotta
very unstable.
make a cartoon that's cheap as hell but looks expensive. Try to Robert Rodriguez that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Though at least HBO Max compared to Netflix, they do have an ad-supported tier.
Mm-hmm.
But at least for HBO Max, you get all the shows. On Netflix, you can't watch shows like Breaking Bad and The Crown. Like
No.
they're mainstays. They're mainstay shows. They're like you can't even get a taste of what we have to offer.
Nah, you gotta actually be dedicated to the sub, you know?
Quite depressing.
Sad.
And so for them to only release My Policeman and Black Adam, because they said that that's the only things we can sell in theaters, and it's like, why'd you bring in the theaters? Well, if you made Black Adam a exclusive to HBO Max,
That'll make money.
that actually worked out pretty well for
I
them.
think I went to the mall today and like I went to go glance at the posters for the movies, and there's one unique poster for each one, but there were 3 posters about Black Panther.
Black Panther or Black Adam?
Black Panther. I didn't even see a Black
so
Adam.
many black superhero. Wait, it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Is that a
Yeah, he's
kind of.
something. You know,
Is he mixed?
he's like Samoan, partially like Hawaiian.
but for the movie
He's kind of
to get out of this awkward conversation with him. Black Adam has only been out for like less than a month. Like it came out October 21st, so we're not even a month done, and it's earned $350 million at the box office. So it is earning money, but not like the billions they lost in screwing over people kind of money.
So
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate.
I like how Black Adam, like, it's been a couple of weeks. It's reaching 400 million, and Black Panther already like being released for like one weekend is already there too. It's like, damn. Well, it is a sequel. Yeah, it's a sequel.
Yeah, it's a Marvel movie. Sequels always perform better, clearly, every
or
time.
not. I don't think so. He's like Samoan or something, I think. I'm not sure.
But for Jake, of the Neutron variety.
Oh, question for me?
Yeah, Kitty Gamer, and they spelled Kitty with a 1 and Gamer with a 3, so they're extra cool.
Based.
I like that. At Jake Neutron. Wait! I have a question regarding /Hug Me. And then they put a spoiler. So this is a spoiler, by the way, if you haven't seen
Spoiler
the
for
music video
/Hug
yet.
Me.
Yeah, they added like a little spoiler to the text. This is a Discord question. Was that Pinkie Pie's hoof near the end? Very important question, I think.
Yes. Yes.
Nice. Next question.
Dwayne Johnson could be Puerto Rican, I think. It has Filipino.
Is he?
Something's in there.
You still trying to figure that out, fan?
We're all trying to figure it out. It's a mystery.
It's kind of like in the Hitman series, they genetically engineered a man that looks like a guy. So if you're in like Asia or you're in Mexico, you're like, oh yeah, that's a guy.
The guy, the bald guy from Hitman, the guy with a fucking barcode tattoo on the back of his head. No one's gonna be suspicious of that guy.
Nope. He looks like a guy.
Well, if he's in like America, I guess you wouldn't think about it. So I'm not sure about Hong Kong.
Yeah, he just looks like a guy.
Talking like Brett levels of generic, or
It's at least for in the later games like Absolution.
A band-aid. Look at that stupid little band-aid.
He puts like a band-aid over the barcode.
Oh, should have put in like a Hello Kitty band-aid or something. That'd be pretty baller.
that's where the Valve from the Valve logo was.
He had to rip it out of the back of his skull. Yeah, but look at him.
Oh,
He's angry. I don't
He looks
trust
like a
that
guy.
guy. I need like an unassuming guy, like a Ned Flanders. I wouldn't assume anything bad from
what's
him.
that one weird businessman from Half-Life?
Oh.
He looks like that.
Yeah, G-Man.
G-Man.
He raps about life in the streets. G-Unit.
What was the music video they made?
Oh,
with the
yeah.
MTV Music mods with G-Man. Was it Linkin Park?
Breaking Benjamin. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Classic.
It was amazing how they found that Blink-182 SpongeBob one and then immediately got used for memes.
Yay.
Immediately.
It's all thanks to me, because nobody knew this existed until I talked about it. Yeah!
But weird question for all. Actually, it's a regular question. It's made by Weird Proc.
Uh-huh.
Is there an anime or animes that didn't have a full English dub that you wish continued with its English dub? I.e. Case Closed, Detective Conan, Sergeant Frog, Lupin the Third Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Sergeant Frog.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun show. Yeah, I remember when Netflix had that. That was funny as fuck.
That's like a core memory. I remember like watching because they only dubbed like 3 seasons, right? 3 or 2.
Maybe, yeah.
Those were what I watched on Netflix, and then I like started watching the abridged series, which was the Midnight Frogs abridged series of Sergeant Frog was like one of my first instances of like actually running into like LGBT representation in something, and that's hilarious.
Yay.
The frog's gay.
And then like they were using episodes that I didn't recognize, and then I found out that there's a whole like several seasons and like 3 or 4 movies that are just not dubbed, and I watched them subbed on YouTube.
The horror.
It's like, how, you know, I don't know. I guess it was too. I guess there's a break off point where, you know, you can only watch so many Sergeant Frogs where you're like, I don't care. And I guess the dubbing company felt the same.
Possibly. I'm assuming it must have just not been popular enough, or they couldn't
Aw,
renew
man.
the license or something. Clearly, the show was popular.
Didn't even air on.
because it got like 3 really, really like pretty movies. The movies look gorgeous.
I've recognized this character before, the Sergeant Frog.
Yeah.
I just never knew the name of it or what it did.
He's a
or what it-
frog. He it's like Invader Zim. He wants to conquer Earth, I think.
Yeah. Whenever I hear like Kero, I keep hearing whoever voices Kero, the main green frog. Whenever I hear them in other animes, I just go Sergeant Frog. Hey yo.
Yay. He's a war criminal.
Oh, so the frog's name is Kiro. So is he just labeled Sergeant Frog, I guess?
Some of the Sergeant Frog is the name of the show. Kero is like that's his name. I'm pretty sure Kero Gunzo is the original name in Japanese.
Is he wearing a hat?
I'm pretty sure Kero might
Yeah.
mean frog
It's
or
a hat.
something. I'd have
I
to
think.
look that up.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, they're all wearing little hats. The red one reminds me of Knuckles, like personality, voice, and everything.
Yeah, he's the edgy one. He's cool.
He's the edgy one. He has a massive crush on the pink-haired girl.
Both of you said
Alright.
the exact same anime, so one of you has to choose a different one.
Oh, shoosh. Well, a dub that they just gave up on.
Either gave up on, or maybe they didn't even have a English one.
I don't. Well, I'm still wondering why. Keep Your Hands Off Ezieikal, or whatever that anime was called, the one about the 3 girls and they play they make animes. Why hasn't?
Zukan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why hasn't that have a dub yet?
Maybe it's expensive.
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
all the dubbing companies are busy.
maybe it's too niche. I don't know. They just
I would like to hope it's not because of the controversy about the creator.
What the creator did.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they found out that guy like he interacts with like child
Oh.
porn.
Well, the animators and the voice actors didn't. So just not have him on the production.
See,
Just get rid of him.
I still think that the show deserves a dub because the show itself is really cute, and I don't really get to see many shows that talk about animation like that, especially like about kids and teens making their own projects, especially because that's really relevant now. Kids and teens are making projects on their own all the time.
Yeah. Do what?
I guess we'll have to see if they ever will. Maybe they'll wait like a few years before, like, when it calms down.
Yeah, we're not getting the dub of that.
I never got a dub when I was younger. I saw a series called Detroit Metal City.
Sounds very familiar.
Sub.
Oh yeah, this looks awesome.
Oh wow.
It's about a shy musician who gets he just is in a black metal band and he just wants to be a pop singer instead.
Oh,
He wants to make cute songs.
yay.
It's not a good anime.
Oh man,
It's not a good story,
what the fuck?
but it's cute and funny
Yeah, that's all in.
because he falls in love with a girl.
As long as it's fun, you know.
Oh yeah, I give it a nice
Look.
5 out of 10. That I'd recommend people to watch.
Like sometimes, if your anime sucks, all you need is your characters to be fuckable, and people will like keep talking about it forever.
Yeah, I guess these characters are fuckable. I guess.
It's all about marketability. Ooh.
He's very cool. So you have time for
This is definitely somebody's like aesthetic.
Yeah, DMC.
we have time for one more.
All right.
All right.
Let's see. Ashish XMC. Ashish? Yep. Question for all. That's all of us. How'd y'all plan to come up with the entire Jetstream and stuff? I think talk about the server.
How we created a Discord? You make a Discord account, and then you just like you make a. You hit the plus button or whatever. I didn't create it. You all handle that.
with
Go out.
with
Lay in. What's the process? What are the steps? How do you get the mods? How do you get the channels? How do you know what channels to use? What kind of emojis do you use for the
So
channel
we'll
names?
start with the beginning. I was thinking we needed a official Discord server for this because there isn't one, and so I asked my good friend Summer. Now they're a programmer. They used to work, you know the thing where it's like my dad used to work for Pokemon. She actually worked at Microsoft
Damn.
and
Based.
whatnot. So I always trust them for coding, and I was like, please help me. And they said, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so with their help, we made the channels and like, all right, so we need to find some mods. And so we have actual mods now, but at the beginning we didn't. And so we just had friends like Verita Show and Nesca be, what's this, cardboard cutouts of mods?
Little stand-ins.
Just like, yeah, we got mods. Yeah, stand-ins.
Mod this.
Yeah, we got mods, and it's Virtus, Joe, and Deska standing in the corner.
And it's just kind of us moderating with a lot of bots. And then we send out applications, and now we have some wonderful official mods.
Yeah.
Ash Green with Spiro, Mike Uniturtle, and Pandy. Very wonderful people. And Pan's liking the server.
Yeah,
Aren't
I
you, Pan?
sometimes lurk there. I'm too afraid to interact sometimes, but it's like, yeah.
I popped into a VC, like, I think 2 weeks ago. The people in there were really, really chill.
It's very fun and nice in there. Everyone should join the podcast server. You can check the link in the description below or the pinned comment.
Yeah. Join the server,
Or-
increase the numbers, interact, make friends.
If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, it should be in the description. Check it out. Thank you for the question.
Yeah. Join the Discord.
But it's Sunday,
Yeah.
November 13th when we're recording this, and Family Guy and The Simpsons are coming on soon. So I think we got to wrap
Oh,
this up.
yeah.
A word.
Sergeant Frog is a war criminal.
He is.
And he's your favorite frog.
Yeah, no, my favorite frog is, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite frog. Frog characters. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know too many of them. Wait, what about Venture Brothers Brick Frog?
Brick Frog. That's a human in a frog suit, idiot.
Yeah, but Brick Frog is still a good
He's
character.
a fucking human in a frog suit.
You gonna discriminate?
my favorite frog is Hop Pop.
Hop on this.
Pop.
Oh, I loved when they were having like a Zoom call and had the voice actor, and it looked like the pronouns were hop/pop.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah,
He, him,
Yeah.
she, her, Hop Pop.
Yeah. Give me, yes.
a show I keep trying to get Pan to watch because it's finished.
Which show? Oh,
It's finite.
Amphibia?
Amphibia.
Yeah, Amphibia.
eventually. Oh my god.
You gotta get to it.
There's
The
like
ending is so
100
worth it.
Only
shows.
58 episodes.
58? That is like a lifetime. Who can watch all that? Oh my god.
To be fair, most of the episodes are like 11 minutes long.
Oh, okay, that ain't 58 episodes. That's like 27 episodes. 20.
Well, the latter ones are like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think they have at least like maybe 7 20-minute specials
It's like
out of the whole run.
26 episodes.
I think it's a nice finite story, though I wish because in each season except for the last one, it's 20. 20 episodes,
Yeah,
20
yeah.
episodes, and the last one is like 18.
Mhm.
So I wish they could have gotten 2 more, to even it out.
I'm
but-
assuming that it's only 18 because the last 2 episodes are like 40 minutes long.
Hour long?
Yeah, because they're like whole like events when they aired. Disney was calling them Disney Channel original movies.
Yeah, they were long.
But
Watching, you know what? That's a story for another time. We gotta say our goodbyes, everybody.
So long,
Yeah,
every
it's like a- it's
pony.
so hard to say.
Do your best frog impression, Pam.
I'm Sergeant Frog. I tortured POWs in World War II.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Oh no! The invasion has begun! Horrifying space creatures could be walking the streets of your town! The frogs are coming! Sergeant Frog is here to take over the world! But don't be frightened, my lovelies, because... he's, well, kind of an idiot.